The Lorde experience actually starts a week or so before she was even in Melbourne. Her first show was in Perth, and most of my friends live in Perth, and a lot went to the show, so they made me feel like I was actually there. A few of them called me for songs or Snapchatted me videos, but Brady, my favourite person in the world, FaceTimed me for my favourite song, Ribs, but also for her speech that she does before Ribs. And she was saying that like she sees all the faces in the crowd, and then came out saying, including that one on FaceTime right there in the front, and I literally lost my shit. Like, she was talking about me, and oh my god, I was so happy.
That I can see now, including that one on FaceTime right there in the front. Yeah! And the faces of the people who made me a bracelet that says love.
That happened, and I literally did not expect that, let alone what else was about to happen. When she was finally in Melbourne, I went to her show both nights. On the Tuesday, I got to Festival Hall around 10:30 in the morning, and I met up with Paris, Eliza and Paige from Perth and some other friends that were there. And then we were just like hanging out all day, like went and got food, just like lining up. And then around like 3 o'clock, her support act Safia were doing sound check, and I was like to everyone, I'm gonna go check stage door, see if like that one security guard's still out the front, see if she's arrived or if she's coming soon. So I walked down to stage door, and like it had changed from what it looked like all day. There was like still the security guard out the front, but then there was another lady out the front who had like a walkie-talkie and like a neck chain thing that said like Lorde on it, and I was like, oh my god, Ella's about to arrive, like she's here to greet her. And so I like quickly but like subtly walked back to our group and was like, guys, like I think she's about to come, like we need to go to stage door if we want to see her. So we all walked down to stage door, like, but in sort of like different groups so that not everyone like followed and thought something was happening. So we got to stage door, and security like walked over to us and put a metal barricade thing in front of us and was like, you can stay, but stay behind here and like don't scream. So obviously we did. And then like her car arrived, and Sonia, her mum, got out and like waved to us and went into the building. And then her boyfriend James got out of the car, and then Ella got out of the car and literally without hesitation walked straight to our group of 10 and like took photos with us and spoke to us, and it was so amazing. She recognised my friends from Perth and was talking to them about like her bracelet that they made her, and then I got to talk to her.
Sonia, the love club's here.
No. You noticed me on FaceTime in Perth the other night?
Oh,
yes, she was our friend on FaceTime.
oh my gosh, I love it when people do that.
You noticed me on FaceTime in Perth the other night?
Oh yes,
yes, she was our friend on FaceTime.
oh my gosh, I love it.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Told everyone else I'm sorry. Thank you. It's okay. After I spoke to her, I realised that the only photo I got was really shit. So I like hopped back in line and got some more with her. If you listen really closely in the video, you can hear her saying like, it's gonna be okay, and like, oh my god, I was like telling her really personal things which I'm not gonna say on here. Like, if you really want to know, you can message me. But yeah, I like told her, and she listened and was like, yeah, everything's gonna be okay, and it just made me so happy. And then we went to the concert, and we were second row to the side, and during her rib speech she gave like a sort of shout out to my friends from Perth that made the Love Club bracelets, and to the Perth girls, and my friend Adrian and his brother and friend who made tops that say team, and like she was like, yeah, like people that make tops with my name on it.
In Melbourne, when I see you here, when I see you waiting outside the venue in t-shirts that you've printed yourself that have my name on them, or you have hand-woven bracelets that say the Love Club.
It's pretty special for my friends. And then after the show we went to stage door and waited for her to come out because I forgot to give her her present and get my CD signed when I met her like during the day, and I knew that she was taking people backstage, so like my friend was keen to wait with me for me to see her, and because she wanted a photo as well. So we waited, and then it felt like 10 minutes. Like I feel bad for the people backstage because it felt like she didn't get any time with them. But yeah, she security put us all in like one straight line, and we were at like the start of one line, and I was like, she's either going to come to us first or last, like regardless we're going to have a bit of time to talk to her. So yeah, she came out and luckily started at our end, and she came out to me and was like, hey! And I was like, what? She's like, did you enjoy the show? Like I saw you. And I was like, oh my god, like she recognises me. That was like amazing feeling having like Ella recognise me. And then I like gave her a present. I was like, I forgot to give this to you, and she opened it and she was like, oh my god, this is so cute, like I'm definitely gonna use it. There was like a little bracelet, a dream catcher, and a Hello Kitty sleeping eye mask thing. And then I was like, oh, can you please sign my CD? And she was like, yeah, sure, what's your name? And I was like, Maddie, and then asked me how to spell it. And like she wrote, Dear Maddie, and I was like, could you please write your favourite Ribs lyrics? That's my favourite song. And she was like, yeah, of course. And then like signed it, and then was like, I changed it a little bit, and then walked off. And I opened up the CD, and like she wrote my favourite lyrics, and I was like, oh my god, stop. Like it was so cute. She was signing my CD, like security came up to her and was like, Ella, the line's really long. She's like, I know, like I'm going. And I felt so bad because I'd already spoken to her like during that day and had so much time with her, and I was like, go talk to everyone else. And she was like, I know the line's long, but like I know she just appreciates all her fans and wants to give them as much time as possible.
It's a really long call.
I know. I'm so sorry. I know. I know. Okay,
I love
thank you.
After meeting her again, I went to bed pretty happy. And then the next morning I woke up and I don't know, I just felt so shit, like I was in the worst mood. And then like I woke up properly and was like, I get to see Ella again tonight, like oh my god, it instantly got put in a good mood. And then my friend Sam and I, we got ready, and we didn't go to Festival Hall as early because we didn't care about being front row scenes, or we'd already been second row. Like we just sort of just wanted to see the show again, not like be front row and all that. So we went into the city and got lunch, and then we went and met our friend Serena at Festival Hall at like 12:30, quarter to 1ish. And then we went to our door, and there was literally no one there because we were at a door out the back, and we're like all the other doors are probably going to go open before ours, like we might be close to the front, but didn't think anything. And then we, like Anthony that we met Ella with yesterday was there, and he was like, are you going to try and meet her again? And we're like, yeah, like if she has time to when she arrives. So like around the same time as the day before, we went to stage door, and like security were talking to us like, oh, you're trying to meet her again? And we're like, yes. And he's like, oh, you guys must be big fans. And we're like, a little bit. And then like we're just talking to them, and then they went inside and came back and was like, look, like we're not bullshitting you, like we have an estimated time of arrival, like she's not going to be here for 2 hours. And we're like, what, like 6 o'clock? Like why would she be here at 6 o'clock? Doesn't she have to do sound check? And he's like, nah, she did sound check yesterday, everything's already set up. And we're like, okay. We thought he was bullshitting, and then like another hour went past and she didn't arrive, and we're like, oh, maybe they were like helping us. So like we went to our doors for a little bit, and Sam, Serena and I like ordered a pizza to Festival Hall because we were so hungry but didn't want to risk leaving. So yeah, we ate our pizza, and then at like 10 to 6 when she was meant to arrive, like we went back to stage door and security like put up barriers and was like, look, because she's so late, once she's here, like she can't come out and meet you guys. I'm like, that's fine, like we just want to say hi to her and like just see her. And they're like, well, yeah, like you can stay here, all good, but like she's not coming over. I'm like, okay, cool.
The bay. The bay. She's got their glasses on. Please stop, please stop, please stop.
Hi Sonia. Hi Al, I love you. She arrived, we went back to our door and there was like a few people there and we were just like making friends with them and like telling them about like the night before, and they were really nice. And then it came to like 7 o'clock and our door hadn't opened and we're like, cool, we're gonna be like at the back, we're gonna be the last door open. And then like came to like 7:05 and then our door opened and we got our tickets scanned and we walked into Festival Hall and there was literally no one in there. We were the first people in Festival Hall and we just looked at each other and was like, what the fuck, and just ran to like the front middle and like sat at the barrier, and I literally almost cried. I was like, oh my god, like Ella is going to be right in front of me. Like I was dead center. And so like I called mum and I was like, mum, like I'm front row. And she's like, what? I was like, I am front middle, like Ella is going to be in front of me. She's like, oh, like that's so exciting. And I was like, you don't care, do you? She's like, not really, it's just a concert. I was like, and then Safia came on and that was so good. There was like 12 of us in the front row, like all together, just like dancing and having the best time. And like, no, it was just an amazing feeling. And then like Safia ended and oh my god, Lorde finally came out and she just looked so happy to see all of us in the front row. Like she just kept smiling at us all night. And then in her rib speech, this happens.
I see the girls in the front row who I met yesterday and who are so brilliant, and I can see friends who have travelled far and wide to be here. And I can see
the show, we went to stage door to say like bye and thank you and everything, but there were hundreds and hundreds of people at stage door because in her rib speech she said she loves meeting people at stage door on her way out. So we had no hope. So we were just like standing around with a few people waiting to just like wave her off. And then Paige, Paris and Eliza came up to us and said they just saw her like go at a different exit and she'd left. So we went home and that was it.